as their guys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 76 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Darby. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Allen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Darby. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Red Dragons have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Darby, complete here. It's high. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now a give right side. Allen. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, Darby. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They look for Pitts again. This time he's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking. That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Darby trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things can be bumpy.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, Burks. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run on first down. Burks, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. 2nd down at 5. Hands it off out of the gun. Pushing his way through. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny, when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. All-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Looking to throw. Darby. Allen here on the screen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on 1st down. Darby. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Allen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Allen. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. To throw on 3rd down. Darby. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, it's high. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with the victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
On 2nd down, it's Allen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try the left side. It's Allen, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, Darby. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Back to throw. Darby. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Darby. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Darby. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Back to throw. Darby. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And caught, right side, Green. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On first down, Burks. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw here. That's caught by Kelly. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Darby. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 2. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Red Dragons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Trey Lance has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Kelly. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Red Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A 10-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking here for Smith downfield.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9 now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Atlanta regains possession of the football. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1st down and more for Allen as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 41 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off play action. Darby. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Off the play fake. Darby. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Darby caught by Allen. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Powers through it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Red Dragons are pouring it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. It seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. A big play there on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Darby to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Darby. And he's got this to Jefferson. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Darby. To Allen on the dump-off. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Darby. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Darby caught by Nelson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after here coming up. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On first down, Burks. 123 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Take him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 40.
Now a give, right side. Burks. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive.
Darby. This is to Pitts on the quick slant.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, Darby.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Off play action. Darby. Airing it out deep for Smith.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.